Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Lucid, and I'm joined once again by Maryland.
Howdy, gamers.
And we're on the home stretch. We're on turn 119. How much later can this game possibly go?
Uh, uh,
We have a message from Pangaea. I think this turn is mixed. I usually get a feeling for when things are going well and when they're not. I have a good feeling about the area around the Silver Throne, and should be able to push for that one soon. If Sodden Merc goes well, that might be the game-winning push right there, assuming I don't lose another throne in the meantime. That's where things feel a little worse. I think by raiding around Vanheim to distract his armies, damage his eco, and pull his attention might not go so well this turn. Those distracting raids also open up the possibility for a real alternative throne push if I can spot one. So if they start to falter, then my backups go badly too. Secondly, I think that Ashdod is in a solid position to knock me off a throne near his cap, since my assassination potential versus add-ons and Wraith Lords is relatively low. If he's willing to pay the price, he can force a Doomstack fight and win it. He's just been really passive with fighting me and doesn't seem to be doing more than defending his own thrones and spaces in high dominion where Vengeful Water doesn't allow for Dryad nonsense. Maybe the player's distracted or getting burnt out. Then again, maybe I'm wrong and he'll go take one of my thrones off me. That help extend the game somewhat.
well, I think
Yeah,
I think Ashdod has been playing fairly conservatively for a long time. I mean, he's told us that, and he's explained, he doesn't want to risk. I mean, he's at the point now where he kind of can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
but I don't know that it's an indication. What I mean is I don't know it's an indication of any more burnout than anyone else. He just has been playing fairly conservative.
I mean, I think Ashdod's been doing a very good job in the rating, the rating wars. He's adapted, and like fighting Sai and getting raided by him is no joke. The thing is, he has been hesitant to move out his Doomstacks. I think some of that is because if he were to move out a Doomstack and lose it, he would start losing forts. And
yes.
His other armies, like if you had two armies that were at a fort, you could move one out and use the other to defend if things go badly. But his other armies were all on the Vanheim front. So it's, in fact, by attacking Vanheim, he gave himself a second front with Pangaea. So, like, let's just look at it over here. I mean, this used to all be Ashdod land, right? Because this is Nabah that he took. This used to be Ashdod land. Pangaea's radio. But importantly over here, well, I guess he's been pulling stuff back, but like there were huge armies that were committed over here, and he's been slowly moving them back to this front. So like if he were to move this army out and lose it, which could happen, then he gives up Nabah's capital, right? I don't know where his army. I think there's an army pinned inside this fort.
I think there is. We'd have to open last turn, maybe.
But if he were to lose that, he would lose this throne and then potentially throw the game. So I think the thing is he needs enough armies on the defense. I think this is how he's thinking about it. I need enough armies on the defense that even if I lose an army on the attack, I don't sacrifice infrastructure.
Yeah, his quality is pretty good on some of his armies, but he's got some other armies that are just filled with garbage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true too. We have a message too from Pelagia. Not much time to script this turn, so lots of raiding, counter raiding is subpar. However, I'll try a under the gem radar Wind of Death. So he's going to see if he can sneak a Wind of Death, and that's not going to gem bait. So thereby, like anti-magic wouldn't get cast. Fingers crossed I didn't get blasted by Paralyze or Soul Slay. Let's take a look. We'll start with the Pangaea play. Not here. Not here. I'm guessing it's one of the thrones that that Pangaea magic phased onto, which I think was somewhere over here. This one, was it? No? Is it a different one? It'll be in the magic. It's probably this thing, the Sodden Merc.
Yes. There you go.
So apparently this is not going to use gems.
Well, it may not. Looks like it did not. Drink the Gaia. I do not know. Looks like he avoided the gem.
Yeah,
Well, check their magic. Oh,
gems didn't.
you're doing it again?
Whoops. Yeah,
That's not it.
gems didn't go, but I don't think he got the spell off. I think he got killed. I think he got hit by a lightning bolt.
Oh,
He's got shock resistance of what is this? 5. Yeah, if a lightning bolt hits him.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was more than one lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that didn't
Yeah,
work.
so Storm Demon's apparently okay for blocking that. Now he could have put on like shock res and stuff like that, but I think that would have probably made it where it gym baited, and he didn't want that.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe he didn't need the returning, and I don't think he needed the.
Oh, no, he wanted the returning because he has a lot of gear on him.
Yeah, but he didn't need the crystal shield. I believe, because I've cast that. You just use an extra gem. The guy probably won't get away, but he's got returning. So
yeah.
Well, the thing is, with returning, any little tiny hit will send him
Right.
home. That's the disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't know. Crystal Shield. I mean, look, Arco has. I agree with what you're saying. I think what you're saying is right. But Arco's probably Galaxy Brain this shit. Like, it might be that if you put 2 gems on, it's gonna, cause the enemy.
I don't know.
Gems.
Yeah, I've never tried to do a Wind of Death without that. I was doing a bunch of Wind of Deaths with not Celestial Masters, Chin-Chi, the Spirit Masters, I think, or whatever. And all I'd give them was a Skull Staff and then an extra gem. And that was enough to cast the spell. They tend to die, so you lose the Skull Staff.
This is interesting. This is a Vanheim Thug Cloud Trapezing in on top of Pangaea. I think he's going to jump on this vampire.
No, he didn't make it all the way.
That's dangerous.
He ended up in the middle.
That Wind of Death thing, though, is a good microcosm thing for the kind of the problems around gem baiting. Like, if they set the gem bait threshold too low, then you can start hitting armies with Wind of Death and anti-magic.
And no counter.
Right? You can't do any counters.
Right.
Right. They set it too high.
But if you set it too high, then every damn time anything attacks.
Right.
No, it's
really hard.
People say, well, I wish there was no gem baiting, but there has to be gem baiting unless they simply remove it and say every time you fight, you use your gems.
Right.
But that's inefficient as hell, because then.
Well, then you could get baited for like a million gems. Somebody could like figure out a way
with just
like hit you with an army. Yeah. No, I mean, like, you could. There was talk when we did the Dom 6 wish list that maybe maybe you don't have labs, or for gems. You have labs, but you don't need them for gems. Like, you restock anywhere, and the restock could be automatic. You could even have it where the restock happens between fights. But then you could like ping an army and just burn a ton of gems as they constantly restock. You can imagine you have like 300 air gems and a bunch of mages scripted to cast air elemental, and they keep refilling and casting them. I think it's hard to really get all these things perfectly right.
No, gem baiting is a very complex bit of the mechanics. And let's put it this way. It's not gem baiting that is. It's the AI choosing whether or not to use gems is a complicated piece of balance work. And, how many passes have they done at it? 3 or 4 different
it's pretty good where it is. I don't have like huge problems with it, but honestly, the best answer I think is temporary gem items. It's the only thing that gives like a very clean heart.
All right. I agree. I think temporary gem items are a simple, elegant solution. That way you can only carry so many.
Yeah.
So you can't sit there and carry enough of them to spam 100 water elementals in a single battle.
Ooh, this was an expensive thug that got killed. I believe this was a Pangaea horror summoning. Knocked out like 30 something gems here.
Ooh.
And this is in Blackdale.
So horrors with.
Yeah, horrors and.
With Ghost Riders. kind of. Did he get? I didn't see which horrors they are. They're kind of the
Yeah,
crappy
these I
ones.
think are the. I mean, there's situations where these are good. Like
Yeah.
these don't. For some reason, I thought they had damage reversal, but yeah, there's some of the worst
No.
ones.
That's one of the funny things about horrors now is that you can do well or you can just get garbage.
Yeah. It's kind of fun, the horror lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Golem comes in here, snipes a Van Jarl. Soul Slay.
Is that a geared Van Jarl or just it's a lifelong protection column?
Oh, it's just a great sort of shark. That's a super budget one.
That's a cheapie. Yeah, cheapie.
Oh, but he's getting surrounded by imps.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's a lifelong protection golem. They're difficult to stop from raiding. Does it have shade mail? The golem? Is it going to stealth away?
I believe he's returning on most of these. We haven't seen a golem die yet. I think this is the
no.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not stealthing around. So he's got to walk away from there.
But
I'm very fond of shade mail on those teleporter columns.
It's got a ring of returning. It's going to be super hard to kill. I mean, I don't even know if I could count on one. I've seen a Ring of Returning Golem die so few times in all of Dominions. It is technically possible. Yeah. It is so fucking hard to do.
Yeah, you've got to line up a bunch of Shatter or Smashers and you got to hit it like boom. Yeah, it's very hard.
Like, it is possible. It is hard to do.
I was just commenting that I'm quite fond of, if you're going to use that kind of golem design, the armor, put it as shade mail so they can sneak their way out.
These are expensive.
Rather than
expensive Van Jarls that are dying.
They are.
He's casting Disintegrate. He handed death this other guy.
Oh,
he's
wow.
Out soon. Disintegrate. Is he Berserk? Oh, he's Blood Surged.
Oh, there he goes. Bolt of Unlife.
Yeah. I wonder how is this other one equipped? This was a magic.
One of them got away.
Fight. Vanheim magic phased in here. Oh, they both had the same kit. I mean, not cheap, but not. I mean, not expensive, but not cheap. Yeah, that's a 10 gem item.
Well, those are all,
and these are 5. And with hammers, it's not bad. But
that's not Acorns. Which one is
the shock resistance luck one?
Oh, that one. That one. Okay, yeah.
But Vanheim picked that fight and lost it.
Mm-hmm.
White Mage here. Was this his god, maybe? That would be pretty fucking cool.
No. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, bloody hell. Holy crap.
Jesus Christ, look at those paths.
I think he wished for power.
Oh, yeah, no, he definitely has. Look at 47 strength.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Points. Holy crap. Look at that. That's kind of cool.
Oh, he's going to soul slay this guy. Oh, he does damage reversal. How sick would that be if the god gets yeeted by soul slaying him and then getting damage reversal hit on him?
Got a lot of hit points,
so a
lot of magic resistance. Yeah, the chances of damage reversal getting through are pretty slim. Oh, it's a good job spotting that was the Pretender. When I saw White Mage, I thought, nah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be sending this Pretender out like that. Oh, yes, he sure as heck did.
Kind of odd, though, just to kill a petty little vampire. We'll have to see where Norfangs was, but...
Well, maybe he was trying to hit... Maybe there was something bigger he thought would be there.
Okay, now this was a good pick off by Vanheim. He's lost... I don't think these trades have been going well for him so far, but this is a boatload of White Centaur. And, I mean, White Centaur matter all game. Like, they have magic weapons. They go berserk. They're good all game.
Is that same kit? No. Oh, that's an even heavier kit.
Not great against berserking, but I guess most of them aren't berserk. So he's still actually getting a decent number of checks. Firebrand, yeah. I mean, this is a beefy dude. 28 defense, 3 experience stars. Though he could just get charmed. He doesn't have that much MR, does he? 19?
Yeah.
This guy's fatigued out. Has reinvigoration 4, though. Charm. He's spamming charm. Oh, man. This is risky as hell. He's casting heal
Yeah.
too, which is really cool.
It worked though.
Oh, he's caused the route.
Oh, and the pan runs, and the others are berserk, so he wipes them.
Okay, that was risky as hell, but it ended up being a great trade. But
yeah, it did pay off.
what's this Solus he
I
had?
wonder if the leftovers maybe from one of those conversions.
I don't know what the start.
Yeah,
is.
that's Enchantress, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Would be my guess. Yeah, that looks like an
Yeah, you're probably
Enchantress
right.
to me. So, I converted Enchantress.
Okay, that was that one. 20 vans kill. So a van gets stolen. Just a van, not the commander. But he wins the fight. I'd say that was a good trade for Vanheim.
Yeah, too bad he didn't get the pan, but
Oh, crap. Hey, we have to pause and go back. We missed something in the last turn that Chris Lighthawk wanted us to look at.
oh, okay. So we'll just do a little intermission.
Yeah, I guess. Here, we'll watch this fight and then I'll pull it up.
Can you look at that monstrum for a sec? I'm curious to know what he's doing.
All right.
Oh, that's
These ones,
okay.
these
That's
ones aren't
feeble
really
minded.
worth. I mean, even if it's not feeble-minded.
No, they're not
It's
worth.
not even worth gift of reasoning. They really are. I mean, they can be good, but
No,
they're
no,
not, you know.
no. I agree with you there. I don't give to reason those.
But they still have a boatload of hit points. The nice thing about not freezing them is Shattered Soul doesn't take effect, right? So they're actually reliable.
Yeah. God, I hate Shattered Soul.
Yeah.
It's a mechanic I don't enjoy.
It is annoying. All right, let's pause. I'm going to pull up this old battle. All right, and we've gone back. This is one turn ago. This is the fight we missed. This is on a kind of random fort in Vanheim near Pythium.
But a significant army for Pangaea.
Yeah, significant.
Like if he could take this army out.
He's got a witch here with the thistle mace, and he's got his god with a pretty big kid on. And his god, you know, is probably wish for magical powers, definitely wish for strength.
Yeah, and there's that converted Enchantress, I think. Right? Or no?
Don't know.
No, it's a sage. No, it's a plate.
And there's a first here
okay.
too. And a little bit of distraction chaff. Let's see what the god's probably going to do. See if we can guess it. A lot of astral. I think it doesn't look like he's doing a pin thing. I'm guessing this is actual Tempest, though I don't know. I don't
Maybe.
think this might be enough gems technically for Master and Slave, but I think you put pin gear on if you're doing that. But I think this guy is going to do various buffs. I think this is going to be Iron Warriors and Regeneration, and this is going to be Ethereal and Luck and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors. Yeah.
Pan side, he's got a pan and a bit of stuff. This is not a big mage commitment. Oh, Soul Drain.
There you go.
This is going to be spooky. Yeah, he's already up to 138.
And that's probably what kills the witch too.
The god's also immune to charm, so if you think you're going to charm spam your way to victory here against the thug. Ooh, Phoenix Pyre. That is a hard combo to kill. Right, it's like Soul Vortex on steroids. Liquid Body. Now, he is probably going to lose the gear of this witch, which is significant. I mean, this is 25 points a gear.
Well, I noticed. Anyways, I was thinking the witch doesn't make it. It's fatigued out, so it doesn't get to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, witch is dead.
I mean, you probably need it. The witch did regen too.
Oh, meteor shower.
Oh my god.
That's what the earth gems are for.
That's what the earth gems are for. Okay, I did not guess this one correctly. I mean, I guessed it was not Master and Slave, but I failed to guess Meteor Storm, Phoenix Pyre, Soul Drain.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, you could kill this guy, but I mean, there's a lot of ways to kill it, right? Most of them involve disrupting the buff cycle, right? If you can disrupt the buff cycle, you have a much better chance of killing him. And the buff cycle is long because he's casting like big battlefield-wide enchantments that take forever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think that buff cycle went kind of to round 8 or 10.
Yeah, the other way is Soul Slay. He's got Never Healing Wound. He does have tempered flesh. I don't think that will. The meteors are 250. That he actually can survive a meteor, I think, with tempered flesh on and armor.
Yeah, he might. He might. The chance of a meteor hitting him is puny, though.
I mean, over the course of a whole battle, there's a shot.
Yeah. So I wonder how many of these died from the soul drain.
I really hope we get to see a meteor hit him. So for those of you who don't know, because you almost never see it in multiplayer ever, this is Meteor Shower.
Yeah, but the friendly fire from it is
Yeah,
painful.
you have to be really freaking careful.
I mean, it's bad enough with gifts from heaven. You know, personally, I try to make sure that whatever troops I'm tying up, the elites that I'm trying to kill with gifts from heaven, are much cheaper, so that my gold losses for whiffing, because that spell is so bloody.
It's usually it's not even. There's no accuracy. It's just random tiles that get hit.
Well, this one I meant gifts from heaven. Gifts from heaven, you could tighten it up quite a bit if you really work at it. But
so the Butcher's Ledger here kills 12 white centaur, 20 cataphracts, and one of these guys. Very cool. He gets major style points.
Yeah, absolutely.
But ultimately, not that significant of a commitment from Pangaea, but still very cool. Lots of style points.
But a very cheap counter, and it gets a significant army out of his back.
Let's be careful using the cheap word. It's this pretender god that's wished for magical power, wished for strength.
Well,
It has like 6 in every path and like 10 in astral.
Okay, fair enough. I was just thinking in terms of it was only a single unit committed.
Yeah.
But
okay.
But yeah, no, you're right. There's nothing cheap about that guy. 119.
Thanks. All right, we're somewhere down here. We're gonna go back to the strategic map. Okay, we're out of the magic phase stuff, so we'll do the rest from the strategic map.
Okay.
So let's finish this up with Vanheim. Because Pangaea was feeling like they're going to be losing ground on the Vanheim front. But here they gain 2 Einheirs. Here, he gets defeated with a white. Was this like a little Frostbrand white thug? That's my guess. Oh no, he just retreated. Oh, it's not a commander, it's a unit.
Oh, it was just left over.
They're doing some raid dancing here. I think he's upland though. I mean, I think this is Vanheim's capital. Yeah, he's got 2 of Vanheim's cap circle.
Yeah. Well, he's tying Vanheim up. I mean, he said that's his goal, is to keep Vanheim distracted from being able to seriously land on top of a throne. And I'm
trying to sort this all out here.
So that's a regular phase.
Yeah, because this could have been magic phase if this group was hiding and he teleported a Vantage Rod in.
Maybe.
It's going to be hard for us to tell, though. I mean, we could probably tell.
Well, you'd have to look at. Yeah, you'd have to look at the log. I don't know what this is. An accident, or did he patrol it out?
Yeah, it's hard to know.
The Ashdod?
I think that was a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this? A black servant thug?
I love these. They're not always good, but they're funny.
Wait, this is Ashdod.
Hey, he takes a fort.
From Vanheim.
Oh, this is one of the forts. Oh, no, this was one of the ones I think agreed, right?
Oh, was it?
I think so. I'm guessing.
Okay, you're probably right. I kind of want to go back and check. I think you're right.
Well, I can't imagine why else it was empty.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So that's probably why he used something like a cheap black.
I think there is a weird bug. This is what I thought it was. There's a weird bug in the game that if somebody else is on top of a fort, I think you can storm it if you have a stealthy dude there. But I think they have to like move off or something. But
Oh, really?
I
I've never heard of
I've
that.
heard something like we have to test it. I might be spreading misinformation there, so go test it before you assume it's true.
Yeah.
But I was hoping that that's what it was. I don't think it was though. Kamazat pings here.
Okay.
I mean, he's losing. Vanheim's losing ground here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting battle. Whoops. I'll tabbed out here. So a few Vans and some Einhairs. They're getting deep into the back. But they've routed. Who's the commander here? It's just a blood hunting Van Jarl and a witch. I did not expect them to win that. That was pretty cool.
No.
What happened? Was it? I think it might have just been these Vans outclassed the Centaurides.
Well, yeah. The regular centaurs, not whites. Oh, and they run.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, cool. So chalk one up for Vanheim. Pan loses a Lich. And the Pan runs. This deep rating inside Vanheim, he's almost able to trace income, but not quite.
Yeah.
Almost able to. I think let's just look at, we'll go look at the throne situation. I want to take a look at the score graph. Yeah, this is a good turn for Pangaea. It's just this little uptick here. Like amidst all the chaos, if we look at it, Vanheim held steady apparently, but he was down last turn a good bit. So he's
yeah, and he's been going steady
at the lowest province count he's had in like 50 turns, right? So it's not a good hold steady.
No, and Ashdod has been losing steadily. So the only one gaining is Pelagia.
Right. Army size going up. Yeah, Pan's holding steady on the army size, which is significant. Let's go check out these thrones. All right, so this is probably the most important one. This is Sodden Merc. This is where the Wind of Death little thing was that didn't work. And then Ulm rides out. Okay, get out your popcorn, boys. Late game, Ulmish army, Kirby Redson, what you got? I swear to God, he's had so many last stands. I don't know where these are coming from. Okay, so Pangaea, I think we've already got Gaia's Blessing. We've got Mass Region.
Somebody got Life After Death up.
Yeah. We've got this
I saw Life After Death.
Cleansing.
You can see it on the left there.
Oh, yeah. That's what this is. We've got Demonic Cleansing. I think that's by one of these ladies back here somewhere.
Probably.
And then
Jade Sorceress.
Oof. I mean, these guys are spooky, though.
24 protection. Fog Warriors.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, we're getting rid of Fog Warriors. Oh, that was Will of Fate.
Iron Darts is doing the job.
Will of Fates. So now they're even more frightening. With Will of Fates, the significance of that is you have to kill them pretty quick or they're going to regen back up.
Oh, some gifts from heaven.
The Devil's landing all back here in the middle, running amok. Now, if Demonic Cleansing is up, they should... Yeah, they're taking really big hits. Look at those Devils.
Oh, yeah.
25 damage.
Yeah, they're getting slapped.
Yeah. Yeah, gets hit with a long dead hit a Devil with a broadsword after protection and everything for 25 points of damage. That's Demonic Cleansing for you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of lightning bolts coming down on Ulm's side. He does have shock resistance up, though. I don't know what protection buffs he has. Wait, how does he have... Oh, he did mass protection, right? Yeah. Okay, so Ulm went with mass protection and ground army, which I think is the right combo here.
Yeah, instead of Army of Lead.
I mean, this is a good army from home. If he had had this earlier,
Yeah, it
I
is.
think it would have been better. I mean, this is by far and away the best, which is not normally the case. Normally, when somebody's this close to dying, you don't see their best effort in terms of scripting, and you don't see the best army composition. But I mean, Ulm is really going to town. A lot of vine arrows coming back here.
Yeah, there sure are.
The front line is just not able to withhold these Centaur, though. And Blade Winds,
And he's not
doing anything.
killing very many of them. Well, he did have Iron Blizzard there.
Yeah, the Iron Blizzard is doing some damage, but not a ton. And the other thing that's... Oh, no, Ulm does have Mass Regen. Ulm has almost all the buffs. He does not have Will of Fates,
Right.
which can be a deciding factor in all of this.
Too bad about the Blade Wind.
Fields of the Dead.
This Magi are running.
Yeah, Pangaea has Wailing Winds and Ulm doesn't. That's the other X factor.
Yeah. Where are those Earth Elementals sitting still? Are they...
It's possible they get fatigued out or something. That one is,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe... Oh, they were. They are fatigued.
Yeah, I think it was... There's some fatigue play. I think it was Grip of Winter or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's a combination of Wailing Winds is making a fair number of the mages run, and a fair number of the troops run. But the real thing is he didn't have a way to kill these guys, and with 15 fire resistance, 10 shock resistance, 26 protection, regen, luck. They had Fog Warriors at one point in time. Berserk, they just you can't withstand them.
Yeah. No.
The other thing go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Well, the killing power of his front line was pretty minimal.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I mean, he has some mechanical men, some thralls. He had a few flail boys, but mostly it's thralls and
What
long
I'm
dead.
looking for here is weapons of sharpness, and I don't see that. I think that's the only thing that Ulm really should have at this point that he didn't do. And that might have, because these guys with weapons of sharpness are going to do a lot better against these. You can't. The 26 protection is too much.
I think the only thing damaging the white centers was just the Iron
I think
Blizzard.
so too. So that was a great. I mean, great write out from Ulm.
Yeah, well, he sure crucified the devils.
Yeah.
But other than that, he didn't do much. But he did what he could.
Yeah. I mean, this was a
At this
great
point in
write out.
time.
It was a great write out. It didn't do much.
And that is but that is a big army.
Let's see how he has the Anuki of Great
Well-
kitted out. I'm interested to see. The PNS broadcasting station.
Mhm.
Ooh, fancy. Robe
Battle
of
Mage.
Magi. Demon
Yeah.
Bane. Crucible of Stone.
And then
Boots of the Messenger.
extra earth gems.
Yeah.
Lots of gems. So Battle Mage.
Yeah. And then Pangaea attacks inside the fort.
And there was all but nothing left.
Yeah, I mean, you could hope and pray that you clog the gate up with Skelly spam, but with demons and stuff, that's not going to work.
If he had, I was gonna say maybe if he killed all the devils, but even without the devils,
Yeah.
the white centers cut in so
The
fast.
Storm demons too. Once they ran out of ammo, would have jumped him. But
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
so that's one of the thrones he needs. That puts the throne situation in the most precarious spot it could be.
7.
He's got
right?
one,
One.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more he needs.
One more.
Was this the
So which-
one? No, wait. Was this the one that I can't remember?
He
Was
meant
this the Stygian
he mentioned
Path one?
Sodden.
Or no?
Oh gosh. Yes, I think it was.
So it's probably going to Stygian Path again somewhere. So I think
think it
that's what we
was.
see this coming turn.
So has he got any other thrones under siege now?
That's what I'm scanning for. I
He's
don't
taken-
see any.
Well, check his message because he mentioned 2 thrones in his
Well, the
message.
one which we saw, the Sodden Merc, that was the one he said.
That's Sodden Merc. The other one, Silver Throne. The area around the Silver Throne, he should be able to push for that one soon.
Okay.
Okay,
so
that was
that's
his
the
other
Silver
comment.
Throne.
And where is the Silver Throne?
It's a Vanheim throne.
It's Vanheim.
Throne
That
of
one?
Life, Outer Throne, Throne of Earth, Throne of Bones, Inner Throne, Silver Throne. That's the one I
Oh.
was looking at too. This army can Stygian Path on top of
Okay.
it. So I think this army's going here this turn with Stygian Paths.
The next turn. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's what he's casting this turn.
Well, we sure are close. Holy cow.
Let's scan through this and make sure we didn't miss anything terribly important.
The other thing worth just checking is anybody putting a Pan throne under siege.
I
didn't see
that. We went and looked at all the thrones.
And if they haven't, then Pan has the initiative in a massive
Right.
way because he can now go at any of 5 or 6 different thrones, and they have to spread their
This is
defense.
a kind of cool battle. I guess we'll look at this. Some shed, some ghosts. Honestly, Ashdod's made all these shed. We haven't really gotten to a lot of them. I think he's not using. He's just, they're like fleet in being, which is an idea you like, but you have to use it sometimes.
Yeah, it's an analogy that is appropriate to this game at
Right.
times,
But it's not a good
but it
operating strategy.
it falls
Right.
apart when you get to the point where the game's, when you either have to act or
Right.
lose. And they're at that point, right? Now they have to act or they
Yeah.
lose.
Kills a Windmaster.
And if you look at the history of fleets in being, if you look at the British keeping their giant fleet in Scapa Flow in Scotland, they rolled it out at the Battle of Jutland
Right.
when they felt they had to, and other times. So, that's the kind of thing that the admirals have to make that decision is when does that fleet have to risk itself and take the fight? You can't, how do I put this? Well, and they chased the Bismarck, right? Another example, because they couldn't allow the Bismarck to rampage through the North Sea, wiping out merchant vessels. They had to engage it, and it was very costly.
So that's
a case of when the fleet
Yeah.
are being analogy or idea, that's when you break it, right? When there's
well, it's not an incredible threat unless they're willing to use it. So
that's right. Good way to put it.
So this is pretty interesting. This is Shayat, which we don't see hardly ever. It's a cool unit. I think it could be worth it. If the things you got were commanders, if you didn't have to gift of reason them, the O whatever the Ophals or whatever they are.
Orphan.
If they came as commanders, I think it would be worth it. But I think right now probably not worth it. More like a luxury thing, but still really cool battle. Ton of vampires on the side of Pangaea that get killed. So they all get sent home. But that's the sort of thing.
I'm in the game
where 7 vampires, like that'll kill an army.
Yeah. I'm in a game where our opponents wished for Chaots and then empowered them or using them as wishers. They are very hard to kill wishers.
Yeah.
Like some other wishers, you can kill. Like we counter wished Cthulhu, Stargazer, and then he brought him and killed him. And or similarly, in this game, Pelagia's Kraken, you could potentially find ways to kill him. But the Chaots, they're really hard to kill.
That's true. You have to go through a lot of forms.
If they're fighting in a fort, if they're hiding in a fort.
Yeah.
And they're not unique, so you can't wish for them.
Right. That's true.
I have to do a wash.
I think we're done with this episode. So I'll let you do that. And maybe we'll record another one. So.
All right. Sounds good.
Bye.